YouTube, it's your boy Gedden. We got a new Madden video. Let's get it. YouTube, what it is, it's your boy Gedden, and I'm back with another video. Before we start, if you like the content, I'm gonna need you to Debo uppercut that like button. It doesn't cost you a thing, but it definitely helps my channel. Also subscribe if it's the first time here. Hit that notification bell on all after you hit that notification bell so you can get all the content that I produce every single week. So with all that being said, let's get into this video. First coming out is going to be that college football 26, but we're going to focus on Madden 26 right now. And I'm going to share with you what I expect out of Madden 26. Now, I've been rather correct on my predictions of what Madden and what college football was going to be. I was probably one of the first people to tell you that college football and Madden are going to be very similar games, but that's not a bad thing. I also was one of the first people to see some issues on defense in college football 25. College football 25 had really bad defense, and I think I was one of the first people to actually speak about that in video. And when you do things like that, you will receive major backlash. I'm all for that smoke. Let's go. I've been playing Madden games for so long that I just feel like I can predict accurately what's going to happen in the next game. And in this game, Madden 26, it's going to be a lot of the same. I mean, that's like the safest thing you could say about an EA Sports game. I mean, you could look at last year's Madden or the Madden before that or the Madden before that or even the Madden before that. These games have largely stayed the same. And because those games make so much money for EA, I expect Madden 26 to be largely the same and to follow that type of blueprint when it comes to EA Sports football gaming. The major giveaway for me saying that is how all these content creators that claim they haven't been paid by EA, and no disrespect or beef to these guys, I got no hate in my blood, everything that they've said, it seems as though the gameplay is secondary, even though the first thing they do speak about is gameplay, but the things that they speak about gameplay is not necessarily changing the way people play Madden. Really quickly, I think that the meta of Madden is going to stay the same. Gamers are going to stay in a hurry up offense. Gamers are going to use one or two different formations on offense and just cycle through their money plays. Same thing on defense. This has been the go-to gameplay in Madden for an extremely long time, for maybe as long as I can remember. And I really don't see that changing. So if you didn't like that type of gameplay in Madden last year and the year before that and the year before that, Madden 26 will not be your game as usual. I'm not telling you not to buy it this year or to buy it. That's all up to you guys. Nobody listens to me when I say skip Madden. So it is what it is. And I know that's how Madden is going to be. Same thing with college football. One major red flag are the content creators that have some kind of relationship with EA. And they all title their videos with The Truth or Greatest Madden in 10 years. And they say that they haven't been paid by EA. I mean, honestly, I wish my channel or I wasn't being paid by EA in these ways. I'm not jelly or nothing, but hey, I wish EA would fly me around and so I could play one of their new games without anyone else playing, and then for me to report it on my channel as brand new information. That would work wonders for my channel. That would make me grow exponentially. But here we are. So these content creators have been flown down to EA Tiburon in Florida to play Madden. Again, they haven't been paid, so they flew themselves down. I get it. But then when they start speaking, they are literally running down all of the new features that are going to be in Madden 26. And those features include new weather. Yes, they're using weather as a selling point. Now when playing Madden, finally, when it rains, players will actually slip on the ground. That's nothing new to simulation football games because All Pro Football 2K8 and NFL 2K5 had features like that. And another new weather feature is snow. I've been harking on EA to fix their snow or make their snow much better for years. Maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I created a video on how a PC modder of Madden actually modded snow into Madden, and it looked amazing, way better than the developers of Madden actually could do. Finally, EA adds weather effects to their game, but again, this is a selling point instead of an update, which is a bit odd to me. And to be fair, EA didn't just add fog and slipping animations to Madden. Apparently, warm weather teams like the Dolphins will have a harder time getting their groove in Wisconsin playing against the Green Bay Packers in a colder climate. We have to see how EA executes this feature to see if it's even worthy of being a new feature to the Madden franchise. And also this feature will be in college football, I'm sure. And speaking of college football, remember that wear and tear system that was introduced in college football last year? Well, it makes its way to Madden. Of course, it's run on the same engine. Literally, they have to do is copy and paste code from one game to the next, and boom, you have features that's in both games. Another thing that they added to gameplay is when you're playing the CPU or franchise mode, coaches and specifically quarterbacks will play a little bit more realistic. It just seems like it's a script going around with EA and these content creators. 3, 4, maybe even 5 content creators that I've listened to have all said the same thing. They all bring up Dan Campbell going for it on 4th down. They brought up no other examples. There are a plethora of coaches that now go for it on 4th down once they cross over the 50-yard line. But what I am saying is, it just seems like EA pushed a script of features out to these content creators, and they're kind of just repeating that, even though they've played the game and they are giving their own personal opinion. My personal opinion on this feature is it's going to work sometimes and then it's going to be odd some other times. EA has a history of executing at a low level rather than surprising you how good execution is with a new feature or something that's been retooled or overhauled. Really, this is a overhaul in AI. AI has been atrocious with Madden. I don't think it's going to get any better. I think it's just going to change a little bit. I think that's all we're getting in terms of gameplay. We're getting weather, we're getting updated AI with quarterbacks, and updated coaching calls. That's about it when it comes to gameplay. I don't think we're going to get much more than that. Of course, they're going to give an update on their physics and their tackles. They're going to have new tackle animations. They're going to have new throwing animations. They're going to have some new running animations. They revamped their presentation for Madden. Again, pat myself on the back. I was the first person to tell you that EA and the Red Zone, they're actually going to have a weekly roundup of highlights in a virtual show, just like ESPN 2K5. That's actually going to be in Madden 26. NFL Red Zone host Scott Hanson will be in the new in-game voice for EA Sports Madden 26. You might be saying, hey, EA has been doing this for years, adding in new voices or personalities for the game, but this might be a little different. The fact that they're adding in Scott Hanson, a host from Red Zone, might be giving some implications to how EA is going to retool their presentation for the franchise mode. I'm not going to hold you, I'm guessing, but if EA chose this host and branding from the Red Zone and incorporated that into franchise mode, we might have something fire coming from EA Sports and Madden 26. If all these things that I'm saying is good for the NFL simulation community, but without competition, seriously, EA will still nickel and dime us and move their standard of football gaming by inches instead of taking leaps and bounds. And we deserve leaps and bounds. As the business philosophy for EA and what they do with Madden is they make their game just good enough for you to be interested in, to make a purchase, just for you to want a better game next year. That's the business philosophy of EA with Madden. That's never gonna change. What do you guys think Madden 26 is gonna be like? Let me know in the comments section below. This was an opinion piece. That's all my opinions, and I'm gonna wrap it up, so that means I'm out of here.